Hello, my name is Brandon White. As you can see here, the book I chose for this assignment is written by Os Guinness. It is titled The Call, Finding and Fulfilling God's Purpose for Your Life. The reason I chose this book was because the title had the word purpose in it, and at the start of the new year, that is a word that my mom had picked out for me to focus on, so it was an easy choice to help develop my thinking on the idea of purpose and God's purpose. And all throughout the book, the thesis statement is actually used in every chapter as a concluding sentence, the conclusion of all of the thoughts and ideas presented in the book. And it says, listen to the commanding invitation of Jesus that is both a call and a charge. Follow me. And so two insights that I gained from the author. First one I want to talk about is in a chapter called A Focused Life. And he talks about the pressure of something called pluralization that has an effect on faith, and that in the world that we live in, with so many options from food to friends to where we want to live to what we want to do, all of that can cause us to become overloaded or saturated, as he would say. And the only thing that has can help us have power over those choices is that we're actually chosen. And so rather than having to sift through everything and decide, this is what I like to do, this is what I want to do, this is what I'm cut out for, we can actually focus then on the one that chooses us to do something, and that's where we can find our purpose. And it actually makes me think of a verse in 1 Peter, two verses actually, chapter 2, verse 9 through 10, where it talks about us being a chosen generation. And but even those verses, it doesn't specifically point out what it is specifically that we're to do. And so, for example, by the end of this year, I'll be able to have my associate's degree in general studies. But beyond that, I don't really know what I'm going to be doing other than continuing in this school of ministry. But I don't know if I'm going to be a minister. I don't know that. And so with all of the choices, I can take this and focus on the one that has chosen me for a purpose and be led to know what I'm meant to do. And that is part of the second insight that I gained. He says something that for there to be a call, there has to be a caller. And that's something I'd never thought about, even though I've heard people that aren't followers of Jesus talk about calling and being meant to do something. And so for me, that knowing that I'm actually responding to somebody that's calling me, it can help me know that I'm first called to be like him, which is something else that he talks about, and that in being like him, we learn that everything that we do is for God's purpose. It's for his pleasure even. And so practically how all of this helps is that as I may get overwhelmed by the choices and things, that as I obediently respond to the call to follow, I can fulfill God's purpose for my life, even not knowing what's ahead for me. That's it for now.